Yellowstone, latest updates. Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Bear Leak Project. How the heck are you? It feels fantastic here in the mobile studio without air conditioning. It's about 133 degrees. Oh yeah. And I want to share with you the latest mainstream news articles on Yellowstone and the fissure south of Yellowstone, because I was called a conspiracy theorist because the mainstream news hadn't covered yet this information. So read all about it. The mainstream news is covering it right now. Fox News, Daily Mail, Daily Express, multiple local. Wow, it's getting warm in here. Dangerous fissure opens near Yellowstone supervolcano. The latest news and information. Read all about it. Yellowstone massive geyser keeps on erupting. CNN.com. If you just type in Hidden Falls, you can go directly to nps.gov, and they're going to share with you the information that was released on the 10th. So we're talking 8 days ago of an indefinite closure. Now, 8 days ago, they said, look, we noticed this thing grow overnight, so we had to close it down because we don't want anyone to get hurt. That's very smart. And it could just be swamp gas from Yellowstone, and it could be the Earth is expanding, and it could be just totally normal, and it could be all of the above. So you can see here, woodtv.com, Fox News, read all about it. I just want to give you an idea. If you go to Google Maps, if you haven't been there yet, this will show you that you can drive to Hidden Falls from Yellowstone National Park in less than an hour. Beautiful drive, definitely recommend doing it. I also want to share with you updates on Kilauea, on the volcano status in Alaska, and the alert levels for 3 volcanoes in the U.S. The Great Sitkin, yellow alert. Kilauea, orange alert. Cleveland, orange alert. Also, this is the latest update on Kilauea. Fissure 8 is still active. And if you go down closer towards the ocean entry is a hazardous area. And my name's Captain Obvious. I'm sweating in the mobile studio to conspiracies about volcanoes and expanding Earth. This right here is a image from the Puna Geothermal Venture Cam. You can see the devastation of Kilauea. And you can also, I'm going to update this and see if we can get the latest image. I just thought it was interesting because you can see the magma, the lava. This right here, you can clearly see, this is updated. This is 11 minutes old. This image right here is 11 minutes old. You can see the volcano still spewing lava. The devastation around the plant is pretty significant. Now, the good news is, there is good news to this. There is new beachfront property in Hawaii. The question is, who gets first dibs? Well, I think we know the answer to that one. There's actually a news article about that. That's pretty intense, though. That looks pretty intense out there. I mean, if you think it's hot where you're at, for a moment I thought, yeah, it's pretty warm in here, but nothing compared to the devastation of a volcano. And I just got to get the Charlie Frost archetype going before the destruction, so it can be turned around and so it doesn't happen. It's just a literal frequency manipulation technique, and tweak it a little bit, go back into time, and manipulate that situation where they create some vents down the road to where the supervolcano doesn't erupt the way that it does. It would just be like a very slow, monotonous, continue to release bits and pieces, not just enormous amounts at once. So stay with me here. Now, this right here is going to show you the latest thermal map of the fissure system and the lava flows. You can see right here. Definitely some action to look at there. I mean, that's pretty serious. It's pretty serious. Now, Kilauea is nothing in comparison to Yellowstone. Let's go here. This is the updated map showing the lava hot zones. And you can see, I find this interesting because if you look around the Puna Geothermal Venture, the plant here, this area, it's like they must have done something to divert the lava around it. The engineers must have done a good job there because you can see it's clearly, at least what they're showing us here. Now, last I heard, and they're not reporting on this much anymore, folks, there was at least 2 wells that were completely covered in lava. The good news is they created the appropriate measures to block any more catastrophic damage at the plant or any of the lava getting inside of those wells. Now, if that's still good or valid, I don't know, because I can't find any information on it. It seems like they've really quieted it down. This right here is the latest information on how many volcanoes there's been in Hawaii. And whew, man, it's getting warm in here. Gotta love it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if you're wondering why I look a little bit warm, it looks like I'm sweating. It's not because I'm scared. It's because I'm excited. Halo! Halo! My Patriot Supply. Check it out. 2 weeks worth of food, 67 bucks. Are you serious or are you from serious? There you go. Seriously, 67 bucks for 2 weeks worth of food? Oh yeah. I just ordered 2 more sets, so I've got like another 140 mils coming in the mill. I'm stacked. All right, so this is the earthquake data. Zoom in on this real quick. It's uploading. The Wi-Fi is kind of slow. When it gets this warm, I think it interacts with the Wi-Fi. Probably not. It's just slow internet connection. Earthquake activity, while this is loading up, we'll go back and look at the map here. Man, it's being slow today. Like assimilation, assimilate. Boom, bada bing, still loading data. All right, forget you. You're too slow, man. Big project, we're ready to go. We want the data now. Thermal map of fissure system and lava flows. You can see right here. And there you have it. The information is right there. Cleveland, not Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland, Alaska. Go back here, look one more time. Where's that? Okay, current alerts. Elevated alert, Kilauea and Cleveland. Now, Cleveland's out there in a string of islands off the coast of Alaska. And if you were to compare that and just get a ruler and point it from that location to Hawaii, to Kilauea, it's interesting the proximity of where it is. And it makes me think of the expanding Earth because of the way that it's curved a little bit and it's coming out. It's like the Earth is expanding, and these areas around certain fault zones and these volcanoes are becoming more active. Now, it'd be neat if we had a geologist on the show that wasn't succumbed to any like big brother data sets where they had to say certain things and couldn't talk about certain things because of the funding that they were getting for the research. And it'd be interesting to see if there's some comparisons that they could do with Antarctica, with Greenland. There's a lot of activity in Greenland right now that we're not hearing much about, except for some of the glaciers that are breaking off. Like I'm sure you heard recently about that glacier that is the biggest one these Greenlanders have ever seen off the coast, and they're nervous. Some of them had to be evacuated because if this thing capsizes, it could get gnarly really quick. I mean, it's humongous. So, and there's a lot of data about Antarctica and the ice sheets and how they're melting at a exponent, they're melting faster than has been recorded before. But at the same time, there's other areas around that are in the proximity. South Pole, is that right? South Pole, South Pole, Greenland's North Pole. Okay, I can't wait to hear the comments in the comment section. So in the South Pole, there's areas that are rapidly melting, and then it's just like the ice is growing back. It's coming back just as fast. So expand and contract. The Earth is getting extremely hot and extremely cold. The magnetosphere is definitely weakening. That's been proven. So with all of these combinations, and tomorrow we're going to have all of the planets, the major planets, aligned on one side of the sun, this is a recipe for global opportunities. There you have it. Check out My Patriot Supply. Be excellent to each other. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the podcast. Thank you for being alert. Be excellent to one another and be the change you want to see. Oh yeah.